们要从这叫什么 Banks Island 哦 ，Bankstorm Island，Banbridge Island，
对，
然后坐渡轮到西雅图市区。
对，然后把车一起运上去了。
对，我们要现在在排队中，
这么多人在排。
就是这种登船了，
好像很幸运的达到最后。
对，一上来就是对。这就是我们正前方，就是派克市场，我们现在要停靠了。对。
到市区，我们就前往众多人推荐的荣城老火锅，去填饱一整天爬山疲累的肚子。
The next day，
早安！我们第10天，我们来到了城市。反正我们现在坐公车，因为我们把车都还了。城市开车还是不方便，要一个停车费，所以我们就坐公车，坐公车都很方便。公车啊、地铁啊、轻轨啊什么之类的，所以我们这2天就是在西雅图这边走走。我们等一下要去流行音乐馆，然后我们再带大家到处看看西雅图这几个观光客必去的景点。我们就是一个观光客。好了 ，Let's go。20分钟就从我们住的地方来这边到流行音乐馆，这就是流行音乐馆。它的这上面就是 Space Needle 哎，对啊。然后这就有音乐，它的造型设计很特别。我们今天是礼拜2，应该希望没什么人。一趟西雅图的 party 1个小时要10块钱哦，就走进去看看流行音乐馆吧。我们要 hip hop 一下咯 Let's go。
刚进来这个流行音乐文化馆，给大家看一下，它大概就是长这样子。哇，你看上面。
我们现在来到这个游戏馆，游戏馆里面它的设计很多像 Minecraft 的这种格状的设计，然后里面很多互动游戏可以给我们玩。你看这个人，他现在就在玩一个很神奇的游戏，我都看不太懂，就一个小人走不出店面，是不是？你是不是走不出店面？你是不是不知道在？
然后就他会跟我讲话啊。
你这是西装店。
他说：“哦，那我们
对啊，所以代表你错了。他说 I'm looking for a blue tie， 你要找一个蓝色的领带给他。
知道啊，我刚刚找，
那你就找不到，对不对？没有关系。3、2、1。我们现在在西雅图市区，没有，就是在那个它的那个西雅图的 Center， 就是很多博物馆、太空针塔那个地方。
有太空针吗？
对，我们今天就要在这边玩1天，所以我们刚刚看完了现代流行
文化馆、
音乐文化馆之后，我们整个上午就在那边。然后现在呢，我们要去，我们刚刚吃完披萨，然后我们现在要去那个
Chihuly博物馆。
对，Chihuly博物馆，听说也是很漂亮一个玻璃工艺博物馆。后面是太空针塔， Let's go！ 太空针塔就在我们上面，呜呼呼！对，反正这边就有，然后它前面等一下我们还要去看一个他们有现场吹玻璃的展示，对，所以我们等一下要看，然后可以让各位看看这个玻璃要怎么吹。太空针塔，呼！
We're going to be doing a couple gathers of this glass before we get started on our piece today. So as you can see, it is molten hot. And A has to keep the blowtorch moving, otherwise the glass will fall on the floor because it is in that molten state, kind of the consistency of honey. Now get ready for the bubble. Perfect. Now A is going to be blowing a bubble to start us off with in this glass blowing demonstration. He is making the glass into a very particular kind of Q-tip shape so that we can get that bubble looking very nice before we start our piece today. Now you're going to be seeing A move around this piece a lot. That's because the glass needs to stay moving so it stays centered on the blowpipe. Here comes the bubble. Now watch for the bubble in the end of the blowpipe there. And there it is. Now right now he's actually using a pair of jacks to stretch and to make the piece kind of in that perfect little form. These jacks are one of those things that glass blowers use a lot to shape their pieces during the demonstrations here. So as you can see, as the glass cools down to about 1000 degrees Fahrenheit, it'll start to look a little bit more clear and even sound a little bit more like glass. Perfect. Now we're going to go down and get another gather here. Right now, A is actually adding colors to the glass. Now, glass blowers use what is called frit, F-R-I-T, to get color into their glass. It is just these glass shards that have been chopped up into very small pieces. They can be very big chunks that create different specks, or they can be something kind of like the sand that A is using right now to create somewhat of a more consistent color. What he's using right now is actually the Seattle Times newspaper that has been soaked in water. Going into the mold. Now he's going to be blowing a little bit of air into that so all of the glass expands into those ridges. And there you see that texture is perfectly on the outside.
I hit the ceiling yesterday, so gotta be very careful.
And pretty much what he's doing with that is actually kind of controlling how hot the glass is. You can see using gravity so that the form elongates, blowing some air into it. A is using those jacks again to make a constriction line. This is going to be very important so that we can actually transfer the piece of glass onto another punty, which is kind of a solid blowpipe, and that's kind of what is going to get us into the next phase of our glass blowing demonstration. He is using a wooden paddle to flatten out that bottom so that it can sit flat once it's finalized. Now this is where that constriction line is going to come in, so very handy right now. So he's putting that punty right on the bottom of the vessel, trying to get it directly in the center. Now with a little bit of a tap of water on that constriction line and a tap on the blowpipe, it'll come right off. So he's using a pair of tweezers to actually kind of pull and stretch that vessel so it sits directly on the center of its punty. There we go. You can see that lip of the vessel is molten red hot again. So it's going to be malleable for A to start working on the lip of this vessel. Now you can see it's really just pulling that melted glass out using a pair of scissors to just trim it right off.
Wow.
Beautiful work. Yeah, it is.
Wow.
好， see how hot the glass is?
哦，
Now,
好，
see how hot the glass is? 哦， 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 see how jacks to restrict that mouth. You can hear the texture on that glass too. Hold on. There you go. That's our muscle. We're gonna tap it right off on the pizza peel. Right now. There you go. Acting at about 950 degrees Fahrenheit.
还要再进去一次冷冻。
And that's it for our demonstration. Thank you guys so much.
刚直接吃一个日本精致烧肉之后，我们现在又回来 Space Needle， 因为我们要看日落加夕阳加夜景，所以我们一波流。我们等一下就来看一下晚上夕阳余晖的 Space Needle， 还有西雅图市区吧。
West and away we go. There you are. Oh. The sunset side.
Oh my.
Now we're going up to the observation deck. That is the top floor. It's at 520 feet. It's out of our total height of 605 feet. It's equivalent to about 60 stories or 184 meters. The needle itself, of course, was built back in 1962 for the World's Fair, which was held all around us on what's now the Seattle Center. Most of the buildings down below today are from the fair, including the monorail. Up top, you can go outside. There's also a cafe. Beer and wine bars open up there too. When you're ready, head down the big central staircase that'll lead you past large restrooms, alternately to the rotating glass floor. That level is where you line up to exit. Otherwise, stay as long as you like. We make round trips about every 4 minutes. Here we are.
我们花了40秒从电梯上面冲上来太空针上面。我刚刚听的1962年盖的世界博览会，对，好，我们现在在太空针塔顶端，刚好这边是要日落了，所以我们等一下会有就是日景，然后等一下会有夜景，然后等一下我们就带着你们走一圈，看着这个太空针塔环绕整个西雅图的市区，等一下就带你们走走看，来。前面有，你看漂亮，雷尼尔火山，今天能见度真的很好。
The kid you can trust, return the pleasure back with infinite cuts. I'm not a trick, yeah. Evolve beyond politics. We not need guns, but them leave us nothing for catch a grip. So we need very spanning unity is what we seek. But in peak fun, us and then set up in tip and miss pam pam and a chick gun jam and a rocky click. Make us move a feet, but threaten we dancing it to calypso. Second police one be occupy the blind him do it just to see the brown man a fall. Big powers turn us from a grind him threatened by intelligent mind us we give a crown to us all. What's a song to a call? Put a reply to a question that's divine like real hip hop is all the time. So that real hip hop is all the time. So we shine bright and smiles to be kind.